Okay, hello yarn tubers. Welcome back to Dana's Wanderlust Crochet. I am getting you all secure in the camera mount and with my hair ties, because this is rancher ingenuity right there. Okay, I think that's okay. And I got a really long power cord here that we will thread through. And let me go to live chat. It's dark out and I hate this because every single time I start driving early like this, well, not every single time, but a lot of times I drag my tandems over some curb. I've been lucky so far not to have damaged anybody or anything. But I mean, it's a balancing act between what is safe, me being a safe driver and good at what I do, and getting these loads in there on time. And this one's already going to be late because of weather. So I got a little breakfast on the dash. Gotta get my seatbelt on. Who's here? Who's here? I see there are people here, but I can't see who you are. Hi, Karen. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I love the reassurance. Because I do feel guilty about it. Hi, Denny. Hi, Stephanie. Oh, my girls are coming in. Hi, Janice. All my girls. And I am dimming all the lights. I don't have my GPS going. Hi, Deb. I don't have my GPS on. I just kind of put the ELD, the Samsara tablet, in like sleep mode so that now it's cold. You're keeping your coat. Oh, good. Nightbot. What are we calling him? Niles. Niles is here to help you guys. You can play rock, paper, scissors with him. Just acquired an 8-shaft weaving loom. Oh my goodness. She's gonna be weaving fabric, you guys. That is a pretty cool thing. Okay. Pilot to the co-pilot, to the navigator, to the instigator. I don't have a cookie eater or a hamburger inspector. Oh, I bet. I bet it is. Okay, here we go. Here we go now. I found a hidey hole. Deb, when was it delivered and where was it sent to? Because I haven't been to Idaho in months. Did I get something from Deb? Don't know, don't know. This is nothing but a dirt lot off the side of the road. Yes, I am back at work and I'm actually in the exact same truck I was in when I left. I'm in old Spiffy Roo. And for being a brand new 23 Freightliner, I personally haven't had any trouble with her. But others have. I mean, a couple months ago, there was about a week that she was in the shop. Warranty repairs. Thank you, Danny. This was just the easiest way to go for now. Considering everything that happened while I was off work and everything that happened with Shima, it's just a long dang story. And I'm glad too, even though I'm not making hardly any money. Oh, it's bumpy getting out of here, you see. I can't, okay, good. That road curves so I can see a little better. It's morning traffic. So, yes, I am back in Spiffy Ruru, and I personally have been very happy with this truck. But while I was gone, they put a team in it, team drivers, and it made it down to Roseburg, Oregon from Portland, and I think it stranded them. I'm not real sure what happened, but she ended up in Freightliner for warranty repairs back in Portland for over a week, I think. I'm not 100% sure on the whole story. Something electrical happened with this truck, and then they were waiting on parts. And if you don't want to share, yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem sharing. It's just such a long story. But anyway, I am here for the time being. Where am I? Okay, I am turning right here. I don't have my GPS going because of the light. See those green lights on these traffic lights? They are glaring and they are blinding me. The headlights on this oncoming pickup, they're blinding me. So I really have to be careful. But it won't last that long because the sun is coming up. And so I just have to be, you know, because, it's morning, I'm awake. I'm not fatigued yet. I feel like I can leave a little bit before it gets daylight because it's not very long, and in this area, not a lot of curbs for me to drag my tandems. Here comes the sun. Na, 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 na. Yeah, that's a good song. Okay, so anyway, I have a real problem with driving in the dark and driving at the end of the day. Like, my mind and my body shut down as the sun starts going down. I've been driving all day, so I'm a little fatigued, and then the glare starts, and I almost panic. And at that time, that is when I make a lot of mistakes, and I drag my tandems over things, and I'm really good at keeping, being, aware of my trailer and where those tires are. But I get confused at that time, and I start making mistakes. So, okay, Karen, good to see you. Yes, have a great day, Karen. I'm eating a little chuck steak. It's not a chuck eye, but it's a chuck steak. And they're big and they're marbled and they're not as tender as a chuck eye. A chuck eye is amazing. Okay, now I have to get... to I-15 northbound. Good morning, Diana. Good morning, good morning. Wanda! Where's Wanda? Wanda, I'm just leaving SoCal. I'm headed up to Barstow to get fuel. That's I-15 right in front of me up there. I need northbound. Northbound I-15. So how... Wanda, where you at? And then I'm gonna hit I-40. You're in Tennessee. Oh, that's why I live in Tennessee. I'm in the middle lane because I don't know which way I have to turn it looks like I have to turn left to get on I-15 north. Is that, yes. I see the sign. I see the sign. Yep, I'm in Rancho Cucamonga. And there's a little hidey hole next to, just kind of across the street from where I have delivered some things in the past. Oh, Denny, what are you studying this morning, Denny? I was in Genesis 11. In fact, I think that's a great discussion. Hello, spring. Spring is here, you guys. Trouble's here. Here comes trouble. Between her and Stephanie, this place ought to be a sticky mess in about 10 minutes. So, reading Genesis 11, why did he confuse the language and get everybody to spread and stop them from building the tower? My thought, and I haven't really dug deep into the study yet and see what all the scholars say and all the data, I feel like, with a capital T, that's right, I feel like the reason is, it kind of made me think of like nuclear weapons. Like humanity isn't capable of handling that kind of power. So that is why he stopped them from building the tower and messed up their communication. More than just keeping them humble. Yeah, we need to be kept humble. Last Friday, delivered in South Carolina. Yesterday, delivering in, all right. So, yeah, I feel like that is too big of a, it was too big of a responsibility. That's kind of where my mind went. But like I said, I haven't done a deep dive in it. Maybe you have, Denny, or anybody else who's studied Genesis and the Tower of Babylon, same thing. Okay, so off to my right, I see some blue sky with some high clouds. But straight ahead of me, you guys can see those clouds. They are black and they are low. Let's get out of here. You'll have to excuse my coughing today, everybody. I'm getting over this. Things are better today. I have been snorting salt water like crazy. I shouldn't say like crazy. At least twice a day for the last 3 or 4 days. Hi, Paula. And that seems to be what's clearing things up. And it is not a pleasant experience. But it's a good home remedy. Okay, so we're northbound on I-15. I got on at Rancho Cucamonga. Headed for Barstow. I'm going to get fuel in Barstow, and then I'm going to head east into the mess. Oh, I'm working for Market Express. I'm back in the same truck, old Spiffy Ruru. She had some troubles while I was gone. She had some electrical problems, and, you know, knock on wood, so far so good for me. She's been, you know, and of course, George, I call him Diesel George, the guy running the shop, we giggled that, you know, she missed me, and she stranded those team drivers in Roseburg because she didn't like them. That was fun. But, you know, truth is, she's a brand new Freightliner, and these brand new Freightliners and brand new trucks, they're mostly made out of plastic, and they are not the trucks that, you know, like you look at some of these old dual stack long nose Pete's, those suckers have been around decades, and these Freightliners are seem to be a little disposable, but they're not really cared for. They're kind of hi Marion, they're kind of they're delicate, and I don't know if it's the way I drive, you know, that I've been lucky. I do think that, you know, like I'm at 89,000 miles. This thing is due for some warranty work, you know, for some bugs to start showing up. Wanda has had a terrible time with her brand new Freightliner. These are not the same trucks, you know, those real trucks. Screaming diesels and cat engines, screaming Detroits and cat engines. Those, you know, those things lasted forever. I'm super careful with equipment because I've driven a lot of other people's pickups over the years, hauling horses, and it makes me super careful. I don't know that that is any different than any other driver out there. I have no idea. My mind kind of goes there because it feels good, but I'm just, when I push this truck, like when I set it up to idle when it doesn't want to idle and it idles all night, I start having problems with it. You know, if I don't manage this truck exactly the way, oh, I'm sorry, Wanda. I feel like if I don't run this truck exactly the way it was designed to run, then it starts having problems. And one of the things I do in the summer, because this whole opti-idle thing, it's supposed to idle in order to run the AC at night. Like it'll start and stop itself, the engine, to run the AC and then shut off the AC at a certain temp. And it never works 100% like it's supposed to. So at some point, I set the tractor brakes, because I do not set trailer brakes. I meant to say trailer brakes. I do not set trailer brakes when I park the truck. It's a habit, it's a muscle memory thing to keep me from doing it in the wintertime in cold weather, so that my brake lines don't freeze up. And besides, you hurt other people who are around you when you reach down and pull both valves at the same time. Damages hearing. It has damaged my hearing. $233,000 miles. Nice. That's a lot of miles. You put a lot of miles on that truck. My hearing has been damaged. My eardrums have been damaged because I've been at the fuel island and these guys just pull in and pull both. If you pull one, the tractor valve, the trailer valve will come out with it. And my hearing has been damaged. I've heard of other drivers complain, you know, there's no reason to pull that trailer valve, and we shouldn't be doing it anyway. A lot of the old timers say that. And in any of the trainings I've been in, they say don't pull the trailer valve. So I use two hands and I hold that trailer valve in while I pull the tractor valve. Well, in the summertime, if I need this thing to idle at night so that I can have some AC, I pull both and then release the tractor valve, and then I have a little wheel chock, just in case somebody decides to pull my fifth wheel. You know, there are a lot of stories about, oh, you are such a jerk. God, what an ass. You're 68 miles an hour in a 55 zone. And then he wouldn't let me get back over. That's the kind of jerks that are starting to drive truck today. Anyway, I idle my truck at night in the summertime so that AC runs. Hola, Maritza! Because this OptiIdle system is never 100% right. And my truck starts throwing codes when I do it. It really can't handle it. I'm going to turn you guys just a little bit. Get you. There you go. Yeah. Okay. Sounds like I got a message or something. Nope. No message. Why am I on duty? I need to be on driveway. There we go. I've been on duty for 45 minutes. Oh no. Excuse me. I apologize ahead of time for the coughing. Hi Judy. Hello Judy. Heading out. Oh yeah, they have no consideration, and everybody thinks that somebody has taught these idiots to go clear to the end of the lane, to force yourself over, to merge. No turn signals ever. Come on over, JB. You got it. You got it, dude. My windshield is kind of fogging up. Let's take care of that a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I apologize ahead of time for the coughing. Okay, yep. Niles is ready to play rock, paper, scissors with you guys. Type in RPS. Let's see who feels lucky. Who's going to beat Niles in rock, paper, scissors? Set the cruise at 59. Get over. I think JB Hunt's going a little faster than me. Okay, Pat, let's see what happens. Let's see if he ignores you. You won! Whoop whoop! Ha 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 ha. Now, for those of you who have never gone over to Karen KB Fiber's Twitch stream, she streams Monday through Friday, like, oh boy, until 5:30 in the afternoon, like 1:30 to 5:30 or 12:30 to 5:30 on weekdays. You can get involved in a Pokemon catching game in her chat. Oh, I bet, Spring. Oh, you guys are getting lucky. Niles is going to start getting a little cranky. He's going to start beating everybody with a vengeance. I wish I knew the name of those mountains in front of me. Oh, the wind's kind of pushing me around. That's what happens, is get rid of that noise. Shush up there, spiffy girl. Did you win, Paula? Yeah, oh! Good morning for you guys. You're winning, you're winning. Oh, that sun looks good. I needed that. I needed some sunlight. Hello. Wind sure pushing me around. That's going to be a problem where I'm headed to, is wind and below zero temps. Where it's ice and snow, and I'll probably have some ice and snow, but it's solid ice and snow. If I was heavier and pulling a low cube trailer, a different kind of trailer, then I would probably take I-70 over, and that was the plan. I was asking for prayers from my Discord group yesterday because I was planning on going over I-70. But I have a high cube trailer, which means I have to detour around the Eisenhower Tunnel on a winding little 2-lane road around Arapahoe Basin. And with bad weather, I don't think it's a good idea. I think it's just dumb. And I think because I'm, you know, what I'm hauling is not like, I mean, everything's time sensitive, especially if it's food, but this kind of food is pretty dang shelf stable, so I made him push it out. So instead of going over I-70, I'm gonna go east at Barstow and make a left turn at Albuquerque. Can you guys hear the wind? It's really whistling. A bad area for wind, especially with this light load. I didn't even scale it, it's so light. Truck bypass. I-15 north. We're gonna need the left lane. I don't know if this motorhome is gonna kind of be in the way. I bet they're struggling. They're struggling in the wind, I'm sure. It's a pretty low motorhome. It's not nearly as tall as mine. Mine is way too tall. Way too top heavy. You just type in RPS, and I don't think it's case sensitive. It might be. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Type in RPS, and I think you won before. What'll happen is Niles will come back and tell you whether you won or lost. I think that's what happened. I think you won with a piece of paper on that first one, didn't you? Or was that somebody else? See, I've blinked since then. Haven't drank enough of my coffee or ate enough of my chuck stick. So you just type in RPS and we'll see what happens. Oh, that was you. So that's how you play rock, paper, scissors. Have you ever played rock, paper, scissors in real life? Yeah, if you type exclamation point commands, you can see all the fun things that Niles will do. I hope to get some more going in about a month and a half. See if I can find some more fun responses for him. Okay. Come on, you guys. I got nobody behind me. Let's go for it. Oh, that guy was a jerk. The guy in front of him wanted to get over. And he did. Oh, no. The guy in front of him did not want to get over. He just had his hazards on, not a turn signal. So I'm going to get over so that guy has room to get over when he's ready. Plus, I'm lighter. I mean, I think that, what did this load weigh? 16,000 pounds? Oh, yeah, I think it's fun. Rock, paper, scissors. And I was taught to play it also with dynamite. It wasn't just rock, paper, scissors. It was rock, paper, scissors, dynamite. I wonder if my cousin just made that up. think my cousin just made that up. They were so mean to me, you guys. My big cousins treated, I was the little cousin. I was the one, you know, that wanted to hang out and ruin their day. I almost accidentally killed my cousin Joe. That story lives to this day. Oh my goodness, I tormented him as a little cousin. Tormented that guy. Without even trying. I wish I knew the name of this mountain range. I think it's part of the southern part of the Sierra Nevadas. I'm not sure. Thank you, Pat. That's exactly what I need. I'm heading into some below zero weather too, and high winds. Oh, spring. Yes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass this guy because I can. There we go. Let's get on it. He's probably heavier than me, so that's just how it goes. Which means he'll probably go faster down the hills. Again, I apologize for the nasty coughing, you guys. It is so much better this morning than it has been the last couple days. And I swear by snorting warm salt water at least a couple times a day. Oh crap, now I gotta get over again. Sorry you guys. Sorry to everybody around me. Yep, I'm a professional steering wheel holder right here. I'm sure that guy behind me has had enough. Oh well. Oh well. Low visibility, use caution. Okay. Well, they don't get enough, they don't get any practice. Nor do a lot of them know how to take a big truck down a grade. There was that poor kid from Texas back in 2018 who was coming down Loveland Pass in Colorado, smoked his brakes, and ended up nailing several people who were stuck in a traffic jam at the bottom of the hill. I think he killed 4 people and now he's in prison. And all because he didn't know how to come down a steep grade with a load. He didn't know how to use a jake brake. And who knows if he even had a good one. Oh, and people on the internet, you know how people are on Facebook, they were just murderous. People who had absolutely nothing to do with the whole incident were, you know, condemning him, and I just felt bad for him. There's video of him coming down that hill and smoke coming off of his trailer every time he tried to use the brakes. And he was flying past the runaway ramps because he didn't know what they were. He had no idea what those ramps were for. Yeah, he did end up in prison. I mean, it's manslaughter, right? So, yeah, he was convicted. And that's all a matter of training. He couldn't read English. So that's why he had no idea what those runaway ramps were. Plus, where he's from, there are no runaway ramps. That's flat level prairie out there. And, oh, that poor kid. I mean, yes, I feel just as bad for the people who lost their lives. Oh, it's a cup holder party, you guys. Actually, I'm just going to leave you right where you're at. Hopefully we won't have a problem. Because I got you guys hair banded in to that holder, so we're not going to mess with it. What do we got here? I'm going to stay to the right. Loaded, empty. Yeah, we're loaded. Okay. Here we go. Here we go now. Yeah, they say it costs a fortune. They say it costs a fortune to use one of those, but man, compare the cost of losing 4 people, you know. That poor kid. He was on the phone. There's video of him coming down that hill, weaving all over the place, trying to get that truck slowed down. Apparently he was on the phone the whole time with his family, telling them goodbye because he was sure that he was going to die. There's another video of an online vlogger who was sitting in that traffic jam down at the bottom, and oh, that guy was kind of hysterical. He was just sitting there vlogging while he was sitting there parked in the traffic, and that truck came by him doing about 80-90 miles an hour on the shoulder, and the guy screamed. Well, and now they say that those fines are covered. Like, now the driver and or the company, they made it more desirable financially. I mean, the towing company still gets paid, and it's the state, you know, that fixes the gravel on the and the sand on those ramps. But now the driver and the company, they don't have to pay what was, holy cow, it's warm in here. Hello. I heard, anyway, it's all rumor to me because I don't know any different. Wow. Yeah, but I heard at one time it was spendy to use one of those. But either way, I don't care what the cost is. If I need to use it, I'm going to use it. But I was taught in the West, you know, I learned in the West. And I spent my childhood, you know, our family going up and down Cabbage Hill. And going up and down these steep grades. So I'm paying attention here to what's going on. Oh, I gotta shut off my headlights. Some of these way stations, they want you to shut off your headlights. Some of them don't have signs that say that, and half the time I miss whether or not it says so. Oh, Pat, you've been pretty lucky this morning. Turn lights on here. Okay. That's a new one. Turn lights on here. Okay. So I'm going to get up here to the stop sign. Let this guy go across. 3 miles an hour. Turn my lights? I guess they're checking our lights. Okay, don't look the DOT guys in the eye. Don't make eye contact. Okay, so far so good. Still a green light. Whoo, the wind is blowing. There goes some tumbleweeds. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Here we go. Okay. They're not coming after me. Turn you guys a little bit. Straighten you up. Straighten up. Straighten up, you guys. Okay. Now, Cajon Pass. Got to turn the hazards on. Okay, everybody, starting with spring. Stephanie, everybody. Danny, I want to hear from all of you. What are you working on? I know Marion finished that beautiful stained glass blanket. That was gorgeous. Love that color combination. What is everybody working on? I'll tell you what I've been working on. The Noah scarf. I am getting so much closer. Peeking over the rim of your coffee cup. Oh yeah. Yep. Inspections. That's good to know. That's good to know, Wanda. Okay, I'm gonna get over if this guy lets me. Pay attention to the big truck, dude. Now he's gonna make me hit my brakes and lose my momentum. Yep. Jerks. Absolute jerks. Okay. La 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 la. Life is good. Life is good. On an Afghan for my oldest grandson and a what? What? I don't know what that is. I can't read that word. Pet blankets for the shelter. Moving marquee challenge again this year. Cool. Yeah, you did that last year. Didn't you do, Marion, the that like album cover blanket thing or whatever that crochet one was a while back? There was some kind of and wasn't that from hello Cheryl, a toddler sweater? Oh my goodness. Tell us about the toddler sweater. Which stitch are you using? Is it bottom up? Is it oh, you didn't do that one? Okay. Does it like the Darla sweater, you know, goes over the shoulder in direction, and then you crochet around, you crochet across where the you finished a hat working on a scarf for one of our customers. Cool. Very nice. Is it a raglan style? What? Fair Isle? How you doing this sweater? Oh, it's an amigurumi. Okay, thank you, Stephanie. I had no idea what that was. Top down granny stitch. Nice, Cheryl. Nice. I don't need to leave my hazards going. I'm doing 54 up the hill so far. Might slow down as we go up though. CRST is gonna try to pass. Oh, he's bobtailed. You go, dude. You go, dude. He's bobtailed. There it goes. Gotta get over this guy with the racing trailer is not gonna let me. Seriously? Oh, whatever. Oh, well, thankfully this forward air was way off the shoulder, so I didn't have to get over. Blue Afghan kit by Mary Maxim. Lots of different stitches. Cool! Okay, now I gotta get over because I'm gonna pass Walmart. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good morning, Demetra. Good morning, good morning. I have your video in my watch leader list for later today to listen to. Now, just so you know, at any time this morning, I'm going to get a phone call from George, my DM. And you won't be able to hear me while that happens. Just a heads up. In fact, I need to plug this in. She was one of my nail dashes winners a while back when I was giving away those nail dashes. Plug this in, you guys. There. So that I can be hands-free when George calls. He is the only dispatcher I've ever had who calls all of his drivers every day. It's weird. It's weird. He's starting to get a little pushy on things that are not going to change, though. We might have to have a little sit down about that. And he may be getting pushback from people in other departments. Do you love it? Those are very pretty nails. They are gorgeous. Excuse me again, you guys, for coughing so horribly. Everything's starting to break up now. I had to sit up a couple times last night. I had to sit up several times 2 nights before to try to cough, you know, these dry coughs. Oh, they were so dry. But now things are starting to break up, and I totally attribute that to snorting warm salt water. Oh, shush up, Spiffy. Shush up, Spiffy. What's everybody else working on? Weather alert for Washington, Oregon. Nothing for the other states that we drive in. Thanks, Leonard. I mean, we do drive in 11 states, so I get really tired of getting weather reports for areas I'm not driving in. When I know that I'm headed into bad weather, whew, that wind is blowing. Holy cow, I had to kick off the cruise. Take it easy through here. Let all these hot doggers pass me. Baby Valentine cardigan. Oh my goodness, that sounds so cute. I'd love to see pictures. You guys all need to send me pictures of your work, what you're working on, and they get put into the community tab. Oh, I really want to see that Baby Valentine cardigan. I want to see all of it. I want to see the granny sweater and this amigurumi thing that I can't, I mean, I can pronounce amigurumi. I have no idea what that other word is, Steph. Pictures of your pet blankets, Marion, and your crochet along progress. Everybody send me pictures at danaswanderlustcrochet@gmail.com, and I will share those pictures out over the next couple days. But whoo, it's windy. Hang on, girl. Oh my goodness. Plus the road the road through here is horrid with all this supposed, I mean, they've got construction barrels out here, but I never see any work getting done. Oh, well, I never see any progress. Ugh. Whew. Hang on with both hands, that's for sure. Pamela's adoring crochet along last year, but she never did the what? Does that say backside? What does that say? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Pat. I appreciate that. That always makes us feel so good. Border. Oh, she never did the border? Oh, well, do your own border. You know how to do it. I still have to determine the border for the Noah scarf, but so far so here's where I'm at on that. I'm on the very last chapter. I'm still doing a deep dive into that Bible study on chapter 11. And hi, Carrie. Hello, hello. What are you working on? Send me pictures. So I am still doing a deep dive into chapter 11, the Bible study, to make sure what I put on, in the whole download is correct. And here we go. I gotta hold this truck. Dang. And the wind keeps going different directions. I think I ran over that Coors Light can. Oh, okay. Oh, desert winds. Okay. So anyway, working on that, but also working on, I have done the video portion that demonstrates the foundation row and part 1, how to do part 1. And I have completed part 1, and now I'm just waiting for an opportunity, maybe at lunchtime today, or if I'm not too tired tonight, I will do the video portion demonstrating how to do part 2. And then I'll go on and finish part 2. That won't take but a couple of days, probably. Maybe a week to finish part 2. And then I have to do a video portion demonstrating how I want you to weave in your ends, because that is the thing. You do not weave in your ends as you go with this. Oh boy, I gotta get over, because that four-wheeler is in that narrow shoulder. Oh, there's 2 of them. He's driving down the road with a flat tire. There goes your rim. I don't care how strong it is. You need to call somebody to come fix that tire or get towed. You should get towed. I know it's a money thing. I know. I've been there 50 million times growing up. Oh, now this lane is going to end, so. Then I've got to do the video portion of the border. Okay. Bye, Cheryl. The video portion for the border rounds, I think we're going to do 2 rounds of border, at least 2 rounds of border, and then weave in that last 2 ends. And then it goes to the testers. Well, then I put out a tester call, which I hope to have that up and going by the last week in January. I hope I have it. And testers are, even the testers that have tested for me before, everybody needs to fill out the tester application, and I will choose a handful who will actually be part of the test. Now, here's what I've allowed my testers to do. They can see the whole rough draft. They can see the draft right now. So even if they don't get chosen to do the test, they can still do the pattern ahead of time and send me pictures, and I'll share out their pictures and all of that. But there's going to be a specific few who are actually part of the actual test and who will be acknowledged at the end of the document as my testers. Because this is such a labor of love for me. This is a big deal for me. And then when that's all done, I'll do the final edit on the Google Doc, and I will convert it to a PDF, and I will upload it to Google Docs and share that link for people can download it right from Google Docs, because it will be free. And I'll also upload it to Ravelry as a free download, because not everybody likes Ravelry, and while I have decided that is not my fight, that is not what is intended for my life, to fight that battle. There are people who like Ravelry, so I will allow them to download it on Ravelry. And then for those who don't like Ravelry, they can download it off of Google Docs. Oh, your new baby niece? Oh, wow. Wow, congratulations, Carrie. Okay, we're going through. Are we in Hesperia? I think we're in Hesperia. Beyond that is Victorville. Then we head out across the desert again and end up in Barstow for fuel. Okay. Yeah, pretty sure I'm in Hesperia. Apple Valley, Bear Valley Road. Ah, no, I didn't. Thank you, Carrie. I do need to do that. Okay, we're coming into Victorville. So don't let me forget when I get fuel to get my vitamins. I mean, I remembered to snort the warm salt water, but I forgot to take my vitamins. Thank you, Carrie. We'll get up here to Barstow, and I'll take my vitamins after I fuel. Just don't let me forget, because, you know, mine like a steel trap. Okay, Victorville. Okay, who's winning at rock, paper, scissors? Type in RPS. Who's winning? Who's losing? Seems like everybody's winning today. I didn't see any losses. Of course, I haven't really been paying attention to the chat that much, but because mostly I'm driving and holding this truck upright. We hold trucks upright and we lift horses. Doesn't that sound weird? there are aspects of good horsemanship where you don't actually lift the horse. You get them into a position where they can lift themselves and get into a healthy, proper frame, so they're not all hollowed out in the back, and they avoid injury, and they can perform better. RPS. Woohoo! Oh, you lost. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought it said you won with a pair of scissors. Niles' revenge. He's getting back at ya. I think he starts getting a little cranky when he loses too many times in a row. Okay, let's get on through Victorville. We are out in the desert, you guys. Historic Route 66 comes through here. Wish I could take it. I have a friend who's planning a Route 66 road trip in a motorhome with another girlfriend of hers. And I'm just like, I'm just excited for her to do that. I want to do that in a motorhome, but I also want to take the Lincoln Highway route. I think it starts in Indiana. It's Old Highway 30. Okay, I'm going to let this guy out. It's Old Highway 30, and it starts there, and it goes through Wyoming, and I think it ends up in San Francisco, in the Bay Area somewhere. And it's called the Lincoln Highway. And parts of it go along Interstate 80. But I always get confused. Does it start in Indiana or does it start in Illinois? I never get that solid in my head. Okay, we are 33 miles to Barstow, you guys. And I will be sure none of you can hear the music playing over the speakers at the fuel island, because we don't want another copyright strike over some song I don't even like or never heard of before. That's just crazy. I always have to keep lip balm next to me. Hi, Wendy. Hello, hello. Aw, Niles is flirting with you. Oh, missing you too. What are you working on? Tell us all about it. And if you feel like it, email me a picture that I can share out of your progress or what you've finished. Whatever stage of work you want to show. Again, you'll all have to excuse my coughing. Oh, these roads are terrible. I feel like I got out of some of the bad stuff for now. It looks like concrete rather than blacktop. Ooh, slow it down, girl. Slow it down. Don't get crazy. Get CHP all excited. Oh, look, CHP's got a truck pulled over up there. See? They're watching this hill. That's why when I cruised up to 62, I'm like, whoa, no thank you. Let's get it back down to 59 where I'm safe. They're sneaky. Mikey's tester, Delight blanket, and just a basic DC queen size blanket. Cool. Oh, he got that guy pulling a, oh, he's probably going to check his weights. People are just, ugh. I bet that guy coasted up too, and plus CHP now has an opportunity to check his actual weights and his gross weight, make sure he's not, ooh, I need to get over. There's another car on the shoulder. This is what happens, you guys. You cause, traffic issues by being parked on the shoulder. If it's an emergency, I get it. But going pee is not an emergency. You need to pull, if you want to do that on the side of the road, do it on the off ramps. Do it somewhere else. Not on a freeway with semi trucks. And besides, my life is quite complete without seeing that hanging out on the side of the road. I'll never forget the first time I saw that. I was heading east on I-80 in Wyoming, and this guy just walked out there in the middle of the prairie and whipped it out and was just proud of himself. And I'm like, why do I need to see that? Now I need to gouge my eyeballs out of my head. But I see it going up and down I-5 all the time. Nobody has any sense of decorum anymore. No class. No class! That guy's gonna try to come out, so I'm gonna get over and let him do it and not get tangled up with him. Okay. Oh, there's another one coming out. Let him out. And he's got to get around that flatbed. Come on out, dude. Oh, but this little van is not going to let him out. He's going to pass me on the right. People are just clueless. If he wants to go that fast, he should be in the left lane. Oh, I'm going to pass this. I'm going to end up passing this other truck anyway. Oh, you know what? That is just as bad. That is just ridiculous because it gives the rest of us a bad name. There is no reason why they can't put that in a garbage can. Anyone want to guess how many garbage cans are available to us out on the freeways, on the interstates, at truck stops, at rest areas? Probably in the hundreds of thousands. But it embarrasses me to pull off in Wyoming at one of those wide spot truck parking areas along I-80 and to see the trash. I mean, I am physically, I'm blushing. I'm so embarrassed that other truckers do that. Ugh. And people don't care. You know, I was raised to, think about what my actions, how my actions affect other people and how inconsiderate that is. It's like I was talking earlier about pulling both valves on the air brakes and what that does to anybody, within 20 feet of my truck, sometimes 30 feet, depends on how sensitive their ears are and how there's no need to pull that trailer valve. But, and if I complain about it to any driver, they don't care. Other people do not matter in their world. Other people don't matter. So throwing trash out on the side of the freeway, first of all, the people who have to pick that up, they do not matter. And the environment, it does not matter. And I mean, who gets raised like that? That just blows my mind. Oh, 1-to-1. onto one. Always need scissors. Well, doesn't a rock crush scissors? Seems like it does. Seems like it does. Okay. Yep. Rock crushes scissors. Oh, there's the desert. There's part of the desert right there off to the right. Got a few hills around, kind of in a desert valley here. Gotta get fuel. My DEF is good. DEF can wait until I get to Albuquerque. It's a good place. The one thing about this truck, the tanks are bigger than they have been in those Penske leased trucks, those last 3 trucks I was in. I couldn't go very far without, sometimes I had to fuel twice a day. But with this truck, I mean at the most, if I'm really staying on top of it, I would do it once a day. But sometimes I can go a day without fueling. I don't like letting the tank go under a half. I don't care how new those tanks are. Anything could get in the bottom of these tanks, and I don't like the idea of sucking up whatever's on the bottom of those tanks and putting it through the fuel system. Just kind of makes me cringe. It's just a sensory thing, really. I'm sure those tanks still, even at 89,000 miles, that this truck those tanks are still clean, but you never know. I don't think whoever the team was that drove this truck really, they don't worry about that kind of stuff. I get the impression they were kind of rough on her. Need some breakfast. Okay. Okay, Pat, thank you for coming in. I hope you enjoyed playing rock, paper, scissors with Niles. I know, I was also taught growing up not to push equipment to the limit, you know. Because you want that equipment to last. Regular maintenance. Well, her name is Spiffy, and we're with Market Express. They called while I was in the middle of a job search, and I'm like, okay, let's do it. I don't plan on retiring from this company, that's for sure. They are the lowest paying in the industry, I found. And I am still looking for the right company. That's right, Carrie, when you gotta go. To me, it's not a good reason to be causing trucks to move over into the left lane. There are better places to pull over and do that. Oh, carry one. Let's set that downhill assist so this baby doesn't roll up into the 60s and get me a ticket. That's exactly right, Wendy. It's going to pay the bills for now. It'll keep me, I mean, it barely pays the bills. But it'll keep me in some rinky-dink paychecks for a while. Downhill assist again. Here we go. There's a guy on the shoulder, but he's way over, so I'm not going to get over. He's way over in the rocks and sand, and I don't see a left turn signal, so that's a Leonard's trailer. Leonard's Express. They bought out one of our good companies there in southwestern Idaho, which is too bad because I wanted to go to work for that company, but I don't want to go to work for Leonard's. There's something about talking to that recruiter gave me a bad feeling, so. Wild Wash Road. My chuck steak is pretty good this morning, even though I cooked it yesterday. And it's cold, but anymore everything I eat is cold because it takes me so long to eat it. Barstow, 16 miles, you guys. Who's ready to fuel up? Who's going to clean the windshield? I need 2 people cleaning the windshield, and I need 2 people putting fuel in. It'll be like a pit stop at a NASCAR race. Wipe off the grill. And shake out the snow socks, because something tells me I might be putting those on this trip. You'll do the fuel, Marion? Okay. Okay, Marion, you do the fuel on the left side. I'll have Stephanie do it on the right. Oh, nice, Wendy. Or Stephanie might spill that fuel all over the place, get it all over my tanks, all over the ground. I think it holds at least 200 gallons. I think it might hold a little more. So we are between a half tank and 5/8, closer to a half tank. We'll see how many gallons goes in. Yeah, it's hard for me to have warm food. It doesn't happen very often. But the steak is still very tasty. It's very well marbled, and I got some good onion and garlic powder on there, plus some Redmond's real salt. Yeah, it takes a little bit to fill up. I hope to be in and out of the fuel island in 10 to 15 minutes. That's our goal. Ready? Almost there. Plus, Wendy, if you will clean the windshield while we're fueling, who's going to check the tires? I need someone to go around and check all the tires on the truck and trailer. I think I should put a padlock on the trailer. Oh, gotta get over. There are red and blues on the shoulder. Gotta get over. Thank you, dude, for letting me over, because I don't think the guy behind me was gonna do it. Do I have headlights on? Yes. Okay, so I thanked him. There we go. See, all of these trucks were trying to get over into the left lane because of the vehicles on the shoulder. So you can see what happens with 75-foot vehicles that weigh up to 80,000 pounds. They're all jostling, trying to get over because somebody pulled over and decided to have a picnic on the side of the road. Which used to be a thing, I think. I mean, look at driving Miss Daisy. So he's driving her to some kind of family function in another state. And they took a lunch. She packed a lunch for him. And they just pulled off the shoulder, and then they pulled out into the grass. And they went out and sat outside. Or did they sit in the car? I don't know. They took their time, and the police came along to harass them, but, you know, they had their lunch. And I think that was kind of, you know, the norm, because we had all these roads. It was kind of, you know, an era of road trips. People would pack their lunches, and then they'd just pull off anywhere in a hayfield or whatever, and they would eat. They'd have a little picnic, which was fine, you know. But here, now that we have the interstates, which were built for trucks, it is not safe for anybody. Oh yeah, the tandems, oh my goodness. The tandems, that is the biggest, that takes up the biggest part of your mind, is the tandems. Okay, go get checked in, Wanda. She doing her job. She making a delivery in Tennessee. When you drive your truck, you are driving those tandems. And at night, I can't see the tandems. When it's dark out, I cannot see the tandems. And if it's in the evening when I'm starting to get tired and the sun starts going down, once I can't see them, I had to wave at Market Express. Once I can't see them, it's too dark for me to see them. I cannot place them in my mind as to where they are. My mind and my body, and my eyes, everything starts to shut down when it gets dark in the evening. Which is why I cannot drive at night. But like this morning, I knew that I didn't have long until daylight. I wasn't tired because I just slept all night. I got up, did my chores, had a personal life, my online life, Bible study, taking a bath, doing my face. I finally started doing my face again. Checked email. I have a whole list of chores in the morning, but it's still, it's winter time, so it gets light later. So about 6 o'clock, I want to roll. I mean, I'm awake. I want to roll. So I very carefully, very carefully check in. I'm reading Wanda's. I'm still thinking about Wanda's checking in. I very carefully leave before daylight. I do know that I am actually more vigilant and more capable, maybe a half hour, an hour before it actually gets light out. I still make mistakes in the morning, but not as many. And then I can get out on the freeway and the sun's coming up. I'm okay. It's just so hard. And it's a huge handicap for a truck driver. Look there's Barstow. Little city out in the middle of the desert. Everybody ready? Top off the fuel. Get ready to roll. Then we will head east on 40. I know my DM's having a hard time with the fact that I'm taking 40, but I'd like to go over I-70. Too many factors. I mean, it's a 14-foot trailer, so I have to take that little winding road around Arapahoe Basin in the ice and snow. I don't mind taking that road, but not in the ice and snow. And I hear it's icy and snowy up there. I was checking okay, downhill assist, bring it back down to 59. There we go. I keep hearing, I was reading the Co-Trip website and it's not good. I should check it again before we leave Barstow, just to be sure. But I'm pretty sure Highway 6 is ice and snow. And I have to take both sides of that road around the corners anyway. I got to take the whole road from shoulder to shoulder in a lot of spots. So, which is fine with me. People just got to wait. If you want goods delivered, you just got to wait for me to get around that switchback corner. Let's get some air in here. Okay, Lenwood Road. Hitting the Flying J. I like parking over there at that TA. There's always lots of parking. I can always get in the back corner and nobody bothers me. They have an outlet mall here. I like outlet malls. I think they're fun. Well, they kind of bring back good memories of the first outlet mall I ever went to in Castle Rock, Colorado. So I always compare them to that. You know, and honestly, I think it still is the only outlet mall I've ever gone to. So I like that one. I've been there several times, but not in the last 10 years. Which lane do I need? This one. Okay, everybody get ready to hit the ground running. Okay, let's go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, here comes some cattle trucks. Speaking of long-nosed Pete's with dual stacks, there they are. Now those are trucks. Okay. Look at that, there's fuel islands open. Okay, let's take this one. Go on duty. On duty. Fuel and go. These dang hoses are offset. And the offside one won't reach the fuel tank. Ridiculous. Hopefully isn't going to panic because that hose is right there. Okay, that's good. Good Lord. Eat that. Okay, let's pull forward. Fuel gauge went to not even 7/8. I was given 80 gallons. The pump stopped at 80 gallons, which means my company has capped this fuel stop at 80 gallons, which is stupid because you're heading out across I-40 after this. What if you get stuck? Freeway gets shut down due to blizzard. That is just dumb. Ugh. This company is all about saving a damn penny. Some driver runs out of fuel out there and freezes to death. They'll be paying way more than pennies. Ridiculous. Okay, that was a 10-minute fuel stop, you guys. Pretty good, and nobody spilled a drop of fuel. Pretty impressive. Let's roll up here, and I'm going to take a second to check. Well, I don't have to check. I don't have to check road conditions. I saw Cody's weather report for Denver and the Front Range. There is no way I'm taking I-70. No way. Just get a few little things taken care of before we hit the road. Who's all still here? Okay, bye, Wendy. Who's all still here? Let me hear from you. If it gets super windy out on I-40, I'm gonna end the stream because just need to totally concentrate when it gets windy out there. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I saw Cody's forecast yesterday and this morning, and it is not looking good for coming over the east side into Denver. That is going to be bad. In fact, east of Denver, it's closed. Buddy, she's making noises. Okay, we are gonna hit the road. Everything's done. Everything's done. I should get a bottle of iced tea out just so we don't have to pull over. There, I think we got everything. So, is everybody crocheting? Everybody just crocheting away? Me. Paula's here. Tammy's here. Marion's here. And good job, everybody, on that fuel stop. Not a drop spilled. Okay. Are you guys ready to hit Interstate 40? Head for Albuquerque? Who's ready? Everybody put on your seatbelts. Or if you're taking a nap in the back, you have to put the cargo net over the bunk. Here we go now. Here we go now. Who's going to cook me a snack while we're going down the road? Sorry, you guys. Lots of coughing going on here, but not nearly as bad as last night or yesterday. It was terrible. I had to mute during the Rad Girls for a big old dry coughing fit. Got my earbuds ready for when George calls to admonish me for not driving enough. But everybody at that company better be careful. At any company, better be careful. Okay. The plan is, the 500-mile mark is just, it's short of Flagstaff. So I don't plan on getting into Flagstaff tonight. I plan on getting somewhere west of Flagstaff. We'll see. Winslow, Arizona, or maybe a little further. That's pretty much the 500-mile mark. Which I would push further as long as I'm not too tired. If it, if it was summertime, I'd probably push a lot farther. Because we really want to get this load into Denver. Just ASAP. And I'm not going to let anybody push me past what's safe. I got a pickup. I got a utility truck. What do we got going on here? I need room. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Turning right on a red light. taking it on 9 wheels around the corner. Who's winning at rock, paper, scissors? Is anybody beating Niles, or did he get mean? Good job on the fuel stop, you guys. No, and both the caps are on securely. I'm not losing any fuel. Did you win? Yay! Okay, 46. Let's get up to 59. Oh, I'm sorry, Paula. Now I know this lane is going to end, so I'm going to get over. Here we go now. I'm sorry, Paula. He gets mean after a while. This exit takes us on 58, which cuts over to Bakersfield, home of the yarn hag Ryan. But we're not going that way. Hey, Walmart, I hope you're okay. Those Walmart drivers are pretty professional, pretty courteous when I encounter them on the road. I know one Walmart driver. I've known him since the May Trucking Company days. Okay, well, Paula won, Niles won. Okay, and this lane, the 2 lanes were ended. I forgot. We have to get over 2 lanes. But that let the super trucker get on by me. That made him happy. Okay, downhill assist. We don't want to cruise up to 60. Oh! 2-1, right there, Paula. Okay. Route 40. 3 miles up. And it'd be cool if Wanda was still in here. She could tell us ahead of time how many miles it is to the end of Interstate 40. Because I bet she's seen that sign thousands of times. I always forget how many miles it is, but I'll tell you guys when I see it. It's to either North or South Carolina. I never remember. We'll see. Come on over, Bubba. He's not paying any attention. Okay. Oh, coffee's good, steak is good, the company's good. And by company, I mean you guys know the company I work for. It has, you know, some good things about it. It's great that I'm in a familiar truck. I still have a pretty decent DM. Although we did get a little pushy the other day. The good thing is he's a team roper. He's got that going for him. Okay. Quit nagging at me. Nag. Tasty steak. Even if it is cold. And that guy's only doing 56. Oh well. I think we're getting close to our exit, so I can just hang back until we all work out how fast we want to go. Marine Corps Base, Nebo Annex. Okay, 3/4 of a mile to the exit. Here's the decision point. Oh, I-70 or I-40, I-70 or I-40. Well, after the forecast I saw this morning, definitely I-40. It's going to be bad either direction. But there's no way of determining which one will be worse. And I'm basing it basically off of the co-trip map I've seen, Cody's weather report for Denver and the Front Range, and the fact that I have to take that little winding 2-lane road over Arapahoe Basin, which, like I said, I don't mind doing that if it's dry. Or it can be wet, just not freezing. And honestly, I have no idea. I have no idea how well they maintain that road. No clue. They could be on top of that 24/7 and it is the safest road in the mountains. And I wouldn't know. I haven't been up over there enough. Okay, you guys, we are on. Oh, I missed the sign. Dang it! I missed the sign as to how many miles it is to the Carolinas. Because that's where this road goes. I was too busy driving the truck to read the sign. So that guy that was slowing me down going up that little hill over there on the 15, he's now ahead of me. So he was probably just a little heavy climbing that little incline. I'm going to really be coughing. Yeah, you win again, Paula. Here's the Marine base out here in the desert. Wonder if my dad was ever here. Probably. I'm sure he was at some point. Maybe even my husband might have stopped in because he was Navy, and you know the Navy and the Marines do a lot of things together. They're kind of married. I'm sure the Marines and the Navy men out there are like, shut up. They work closely together, let's say that. Ludlow's only... Nope. Nope. I didn't even make it to Barstow. I didn't even make it to Hesperia. I only made it to Rancho. Before everything went south on me. Okay. Kingman's 203 miles, so we'll at least get past Kingman tonight. Got another 4 hours and I'll take a 30. So far so good on the wind. I haven't felt anything yet, but it's early. It's early. It's not even 8:30 yet. I see flashing red and blues up there, but I think that's on the westbound side. I don't care how sandy and gray and green this desert looks. To me, it's still a beautiful thing. And it's, you know, for what it is, it's still an amazing thing to me. And in the spring, it will blow your mind when it's blooming. It will. It blew my mind, that's for sure. When I came across here one spring, oh, it was gorgeous. It's heartbreaking. The colors, and you know me, I'm all about color. Not that I am no expert on color, but I like colors. Starts in the northeast, I think. Does anybody know? Pretty sure it starts up in the northeast. Kind of comes down and then it goes across the south. I just know where it is in Arizona and New Mexico. It's right along Interstate 40. Then it goes down through, I think, Rancho Cucamonga area, kind of that area, and then I don't know where it goes from there. Okay, so you're going to be waiting a little bit. Yes, those colors are great inspiration for a project. In fact, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I was thinking about doing at least one short week of crochet colors, like I was doing there for a while, where I put it to music with a color palette. I love those colors. Doing all those different colors, and I don't know, did you guys find them inspiring, you know? Maybe you looked at those colors and thought, I would change those. Or, those are great, I want to put those in a project. Yeah. We don't want to lose our place in line. So you pull in there and you wait until a dock door is open for you. You get into the dock and then go check in. That's a little outside of the norm. But there are some places that do that. There are some places when you pull in, if you see that dock door open, do you look at them, Marion? I look at those color palettes and it gets me thinking. It starts inspiring me as to whether I want to change what I see. But even if I want to change what I see, it gives me a direction, you know, when it comes to choosing colors. And I alternate between country and rock when I do those. Like one time it'll be a country song, and the other time it'll be a classic rock song. I like classic rock. Even classic, a little bit of maybe some early 80s or 70s pop. Okay, what do we got going on here? That doesn't look like CHP. That looks like a fire truck and an ambulance. And two vehicles in between them over there on the westbound side. What do we got here? And it's a little ambulance. I see a crane. Did something go off? Oh! That is a truck and trailer on its side over the edge of the freeway. Oh, just breaks my heart. Oh, you know what? And that's great, Marianne, because those self-striping yarns are great. Variegated, long stripes, ombres, those are all great. Oh, that just breaks my heart. That guy got too far off the edge. And there's kind of a little curve. Like there's the white line, there's the rumble strip, then there's the shoulder, and then there's like it's made out of the blacktop, but it's kind of like a curve. It's like a little short ramp to keep you from dry. But somebody went up over the edge. I wonder if they fell asleep. Oh. And if they didn't break their neck when they hit, they probably survived. You use them all? Are you talking about the color palettes? So I'm going to start doing those maybe at least once a week. I was thinking about doing one for tomorrow morning. But I really have to do the part 2 example video for the Noah scarf. That's got to get done. But those little 60-second shorts of color palettes, you know, done to music is pretty easy. They take me maybe 10-15 minutes to get done. Okay, I'm gonna put a little citrus flavored electrolytes, salty stuff in them. Let's see if I've got one that's open. Yes, I do. Yum. Wonder if that's a wrecker. That's a full-size wrecker. I wonder if he's going up to the next exit so he can turn around and go get that truck up out of the ditch. It's at least 6 feet. A 6-foot drop off on the edge of that. Ugh. Lorelei! Fighting what? Oh, snowdrift? Not yet. We're working on it. I decided not to go over I-70. I'm headed across Interstate 40. And it's a gamble. You know, whatever decision I make, whether to go up over 70 or over 40, it's a gamble. We don't know. No clue. Because both ways can be terrible. I'm sure logistics, part of the company, doesn't like me going this way. No stripes. Color palettes I enjoy, but oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. Wanda's sitting there waiting her turn playing rock, paper, scissors with Niles. Looks like Niles is getting mean. Picking on you. Picking on you. Okay. Iced tea time. Oh yeah. Just a little bit of the citrus flavored electrolytes. Oh, it's so good. I like this unsweetened pure leaf iced tea. The green label. We're only 129 miles to Needles, and Needles is at the California-Arizona border. Okay. sputtering in there. Who's that? Is that Trudy? I can't tell, or is that Terry? I can't tell. Let me get. It's Terry. Hi. Oh yeah, we're headed out across Interstate 40. We should be in Arizona in a little over 2 hours. What are you working on? You're not eating anything. I'm always eating something. I'm eating a chuck steak this morning. A cold one that was cooked yesterday, but it's still very tasty. Oh yeah, it's a mess up there. I run a Facebook group called I-84 Road Conditions. We have over 6,000 members now. And we have some amazing admin. And that group, I am up to date, like minute by minute, what's going on I-84 in Oregon and Idaho. We have very few members on the Utah side, at least, that are reporting road conditions. So we're still, you know, we have kind of a blind spot there because I-84 goes from Portland, Oregon to Echo, Utah. And the group is for that whole length of I-84. And it is a mess. It has been horrid. And it's been horrid for several months. Coming up to Newberry Springs. Has everybody emailed me pictures of their current projects? So that I can show them off? Oh, yeah. I got a friend in Reno, Nevada. She runs the Wee Paws Playhouse, which is a small dog daycare. Oh, sick grandkids, my goodness. Okay, this is Newberry Springs. Don't blink. There's parking here, though. Downhill assist. Don't be coasting up into the 60s, girl. We're still in California. we could let her rip going across Arizona and New Mexico as long as the conditions are good. Ludlow is 31 miles. Needles is 123. Oh, okay. What kind of whip? A 2-year-old whip. What are we talking about? An Afghan? What is the project? Oh, am I delivering on Saturday? Well, I have a feeling I'm going to get a phone call from George here pretty quick. Okay. So no screwing around. Oh yeah, right before a big holiday. The inverter? Oh, sweater! Oh. Rectangle shawl. Okay. Yeah, it should be quick. I think I'm going to do some kind of easy scallop on the holiday. Mean anything to a truck driver? No, no, no. Not at all. Well, there are drivers who get nights and weekends off and probably holidays, but I don't drive that kind of, I'm not that kind of truck driver. Okay. The front man, now I know who they are. I know who these guys are. These are 3 guys who were like front men for, like one of them was, anyway, well-known Restless Heart was one of them, the front man for Restless Heart. Those kind of country bands, there's 3 of them, and they started out doing stuff like overseas for the troops. They're not like a huge thing like Lonesome Heart or George Strait or anything like that, but or Brooks and Dunn. But now I think they just do kind of like, you know, road shows, like casinos and stuff like that. But you can find them, the front men, you can find them on YouTube. I looked them up the other day because I was listening to the, I don't know the guy's name from Lonesome Heart, but Restless Heart. But he was talking about it in an interview with T. Graham Brown. It was interesting to listen to this interview on, I was in my mom's car, I think. And she has Sirius radio. Yeah, George Strait, I think he's my favorite. Not only because of his music, I mean, he still sings actual country music, unlike some of these other sellouts. But his life, I have a lot of respect for his life. He never got into the drugs and the groupie thing, and he's still married to his high school sweetheart. I guess he's a Christian. I like the guy. And on top of all that, he's a team roper. And he is an excellent team roper. He's like a world-class team roper. He runs the, there's a George Strait Invitational team roping that goes on in Texas. I guess that's a high-dollar team roping. I mean, these roads are rough. Wait till I get into Arizona. They are going to be horrid. We'll stop streaming well before Arizona, probably, but those roads are terrible. Somebody knocked down the rest area sign. They either ran into it or the wind tore it down. Pete's road service. Go, Pete. Desert as far as you can see. 48 degrees out. This is, and there is some wind, but it so far isn't bad. If it stayed this way all the way, I would be just tickled. But I know it's not going to. It's going to be a rough ride. It's going to be rough. But so far I got blue skies. Angela's here. Yes, I'm back on the road again. Okay. Eating my chuck steak. So it looks like I'm delivering this load on Saturday. I have to be there before 3 o'clock though. Means no screwing around. And hopefully the weather will let me get there. Oh, that tea is good. Oh! That is tasty. Okay, let's see. Good luck, Marion. Oh, he skipped you. He dissed you. Try it again. He can have, yeah, the new old company. I'm still with Market Express. Okay. Okay, can you guys hear me now? I'll switch you around. There you go. That was my DM. I knew he would be calling soon to check in, because he's the first DM in, you know, I've been doing this for almost 6 years. Oh, good. Thank you. Wanda's sitting there watching Wanda play rock, paper, scissors with Niles. Talking to George. George, the DM. Hang on, I got a mouthful of steak. Okay, Lorelei. I'll check it later. Check my email later. So, the conversation ended yesterday with George that the place this load is going to isn't open on Saturdays. And because I'm taking the southern route instead of going over, I see red and blues. Hang on, you guys. He's on the left side. Okay. Instead of going over I-70, which is a much shorter route, I wasn't going to make it by 5 p.m. on Friday to deliver this load outside of Denver. So, we figured that I was going to drop it in the yard on Saturday and then go on with my life. Take a dog food load to Woodburn, Oregon. But it looks like I'm delivering. I have until 3 p.m., 1500 on Saturday to deliver this load in Aurora, Colorado. And I think even with the, you know, there are a couple of spots, I guess. We got a guy who just went this way. He's apparently told my DM that there were a couple of spots, you know, that were a little snowy, but other than that, it was fine. So, I'm hopeful that I can deliver this before 3 o'clock on Friday, or on Saturday. Sorry about the coughing, you guys. There's always long trains coming across this desert. I see one up ahead. There's a train parked, a really long train parked along to my right, but there's one coming up behind it. So there must be double tracks. Something going on there. Double tracks. Rock, paper, scissors. Angela, what are you working on? What are you making today? I was just rearranging my dooley from you, the amigurumi dooley from you the other day. I thought about you as I set him back up where he was supposed to be. That one and my somebody from Mrs. C's cottage. I think George really wanted to admonish me for pulling over when I did last night and the time that I leave in the morning. He's looking at how many hours I have in the sleeper berth. I'm looking at how many safe hours I have to drive. We're looking at it from two different viewpoints. And I think he was really stopping himself. I think he's concerned about this load making it on time, but I'm not. I know it's his job to be concerned, right? But I feel like he's looking at me like I'm unreliable. There's just the hesitation in his voice. Just my filters say that he's not confident in my ability to do this. I don't think he fully appreciates the limitations I'm working with and what I'm willing to do to work within those limitations. Had to use a little downhill assist there to keep me from climbing up into the 60s. I don't try. CHP is everywhere. Do I wish I was pulled over somewhere crocheting? You betcha. This morning, because I'm at a point with the Noah scarf where I can't go forward without the camera rolling. So this morning, after I did my Bible study, I worked on the Wyoming cowl. Does anybody remember that? Blanket number 7, cool. Oh, Paula, you won. I think, Paula, you've won more than you lost. So the Wyoming cowl, I'm basically making a rectangle, a long range. Just came back. No, well, George was my DM before when I left Market Express, and of course I just went right back to being on his board when I came to Market Express. I don't know him outside of work, but he knows who my mother is. My mom knows who he is through the barrel racing world, out of Vancouver, Washington. But I mean, we've met and spoke in person a couple times there at the yard, but we are from like the same world, the barrel racing world. His daughters are pretty tough competitors, it sounds like. My mom's one of the toughest. Yeah, and he's a team roper too, so he's got that going for him, in my mind. He's not just the father of barrel racers. He rides himself. Coming up on Ludlow. They have a really nice cafe here. Ludlow Cafe. Good food. I have spent the night here before. I can usually find a spot here. The rest area, 56 miles up, is closed. It could have some weather damage or something that they have to repair. They are fast. Pretty fast horses. And a lot of times X-race horses end up as barrel horses. They don't race too many years of their life. They're usually retired, or they go on to do something else for the rest of their life. I'm getting full. This old, cold, very tasty chuck steak. Oh, my tummy feels good. Good morning, Jill. I was thinking about you this morning as I grabbed that nursing pillow to work on my Wyoming cowl. Sounds like I'm going to be going through Wyoming. They were trying to get me a dog food load going to Woodburn, but because of the late delivery of this, there's no way I can turn around and pick up that dog food load and get across. I do love it. It is perfect. It is perfect. Of course, you know, I'm always hesitant about ordering something online. Oh, that sounds really good. So who likes top ramen? Because that's what I'm hauling. Hauling top ramen. And I'm thinking, okay, I need to put a padlock on this load because all loads should be padlocked. But first I'm thinking, you know what, it's top ramen. But then I'm like, wait a minute, it's top ramen. If these thieves would steal a box of rocks, they definitely would steal noodle soup. Yes, Amazon is super easy for returns. If you are able to get to one of their return locations. I had to return something, I don't remember what it was. Yeah, well, it's high in carbs for me, so I can't eat it. But, I had to return something, and it was a good thing I had 30 days to do it because I had to wait till I got home so I could drive over to Oregon City and drop it off. It was like a CD player, you know, the kind with two speakers built in and a handle on top. There's a CD player on the top, tape player in the front. Nothing worked on it when I got it, so I returned it. But being out here on the road, for me to get someplace, yeah, well, I can't just drive into any UPS drop-off with my truck and trailer. So, and it's a matter of timing too. Even if I could, you know, will this load, the schedule on this load allow me to do something like that? So while they do make it super easy, I still have some limitations when I'm out on the road. So I still hesitate about anything I buy from Amazon, because I pick up my packages there at the yard in Portland. And, you know, and then I'm gone again. I have to get back out on the road because I've got a load. I love taking Top Ramen, Martian, what's the other? I'm actually carrying the noodles that start with an M, not actually the Top Ramen. The name I can never remember how to pronounce. I like taking those noodles, boiling them up, draining them really good, throwing them in a pan of oil and the seasoning packet, cracking an egg in it, stirring it up, letting that egg cook up with the seasoning and the noodles, and putting that on a plate or in a bowl. And that is my favorite way to eat those noodles. And I could eat those all day long. But I can't take the carbohydrates. That just makes me gain weight. You can't eat them, Paula? Oh, so tasty. And apparently eating them that way with an egg and some kind of oil or butter with the seasoning packet is a... I got a friend who's over in the Philippine, you know, starts with a PH. They are, it resembles one of their dishes. Too much salt. Yeah, I don't have a problem with salt. And I have to eat a lot of it so that I don't get dehydrated. I need the electrolytes. Everybody has different deficiencies and sensitivities. But I can't eat noodles, anything made with flour. Nope. It's so good to be out here again. It is nice to be out here. It's nice that I finally got off of I-5. I know I'm going into some weather, but they're chaining up going over the Siskiyous in northern California, so... And I think it even got closed a little bit. I know that in Oregon, Cabbage and going up through Meacham, that was all closed yesterday, both directions. Like from La Grande to Pendleton, it was closed. You won! Jill won! Took a perfectly good truck and ruined it. I eat no carbs. I eat no carbs and I am still losing weight. My blood work is perfect. My doctor told me to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm feeling the wind now. coughing is so... I know it doesn't sound good having to listen to it, but it is so much better today. Keeping them up to 75 or down to 75, because that's a lot of carbs. That's huge. Am I in a dead zone? I might be going through this cut. That's a ton of carbs. Last bite of steak. That was good. Okay, we're coming out in the open again. Can you guys hear me? Okay, okay. Good. Thank you. Good deal. Good deal. We get conditioned to eating all those carbs because carbs are cheap. And so almost everything out there is manufactured with carbs. But carbs are addictive, they alter our body chemistry, and they are non-essential. There's absolutely no reason to eat carbs, but that is what our diet mostly consists of as a nation. And that is why we have diabetes and obesity as epidemics. It's kind of hard to wean ourselves off of it, I know. I listen to country and occasionally some classic rock, but mostly classic country. I don't like what they play on the radios these days. Holy cow, it's just stupid. There's nothing country about it. It's awful. And a lot of these guys, they only play what they think is going to make money. And so they sing about getting drunk and having sex, and that's all they can sing about. It's like they have absolutely no talent when it comes to writing lyrics, or they have no desire to write anything of any quality. They just want to make money. They want to, play the machine, make music that works for the music machining and make money. I understand if you're trying to do something for a living, but have some integrity. Holy cow. I can't stand the music itself. It sounds like it's all crossover music. I listen to some classic rock when I'm in the mood for it, but mostly it's classic country. And you'll see when I get back to doing my color palette shorts on YouTube, I alternate between classic rock and classic country for those shorts. Crochet colors. And they're always set to music. Jason Aldean, when he first started, I felt like he was on his way to becoming the next George Strait. Not anymore. He's in my opinion, he's a sellout. Not impressed. So interesting that, you know, there's all these washes, which is areas where when there's flooding or a lot of snow melt up on high, that these washes, these low areas, like gut with water, but they're completely dry most of the year. I have seldom ever seen any more than a trickle in them, and that's during, you know, a time of flooding. But I'd like to, you know, safely see a little more water in some of these low places. I think it'd be kind of exciting, interesting at least. As long as nobody gets hurt. It's interesting to see what nature does. But everything's dry right now, and there's a little bit of wind. I have playlists in YouTube. In fact, YouTube actually makes playlists for me, and I just tap on those, listen to those going down the road. A little bit of snow on those mountains up ahead of me to the left. A little bit of cloud on the other side of them. See how things look once we get over this little pass coming up out of the valley. Is it nap time yet? I'm getting a little sleepy. I need to, oh, what did you guys forget to remind me to do at Barstow? What was it? What was it? Does anybody remember? Now I gotta find a place to pull over and do that. Because I need a little 2-minute break anyway. Jill, you weren't here. You weren't here. Yeah, I need to get up here and find a good spot. Good, safe, wide spot. Pull over. Lorelei? Trying to find a safe spot. I don't know how, like, there's a little bit of room. If I pulled off on the shoulder, there's some gravel, a little bit of room, probably the width of a truck on the gravel to pull off to, but I don't know how soft it is, and that is not something you take a chance on. Never take a chance on that. I feel a little bit of wind. I can see a little bit of the bushes. The bushes are moving, but it's not as bad as it was coming up the 15 this morning. And just pulling over on the other side of the white line, that's not safe.
hopefully at the top of this hill, I think there's a wide spot on the top of one of these hills, but I don't know how far it is. Maybe there's a good pull off on an off ramp. But I have to pull over, you guys, and take my vitamins. My double X. That'll, because I'm starting to, my burning eyes are starting to drag a little bit, and taking that multivitamin, multi-mineral always perks me up a little bit. Oh, the desert is cool looking. I just think it's cool looking. It's so rough. I mean, it's just no place. I wouldn't feel safe spending a lot of time out there without, you know, because I'm a 21st century person. Or at least a 20th century person. I don't know how to live in the desert, but it's cool to look at. Nope, never heard of it. Red Heart Granny Square Skein. Get over. That guy can't stay on his side of the road. He pushed me almost completely out of my lane. Ugh. Maybe he's dealing with wind. I didn't feel any. I like the plains. I like the plains right on the east side of the Rockies. And, you know, my dream place would be somewhere on the east side of the Rockies facing west, where I can watch the storms coming over the Rockies and then coming across the plains towards me. I like the prairie. Facing the mountains, watching the storms. I've never heard of it. A granny square, a Red Heart granny square yarn? Is that what it is? Never heard of it. Besides, granny squares should be turned at the end of every round, so who knows if that would affect it. I don't know. I don't even know what it is. Oh, I see some weather over there ahead of me and a little bit to the right. Something's going on over there. It almost smoke from a forest fire, but I doubt it. Highly doubt it. Oh, another message. I have no idea what he's talking about. No clue. That's weird. I don't think he meant to say that to me. That's weird. Sorry. That's gonna make me cough. Oh my goodness, that is funny. Sorry, wrong Dana. Apparently we have another driver named Dana. Of course, every time I'm told that, I always say, well, I'm the only Dana that matters, right? Sorry about the coughing, guys. I'm sure that's cringeworthy to hear that. When I pull over to take my vitamins, I'm going to end the stream. So, ooh. This is a spot right here. Hang on, you guys. Ugh. There we go. This is a spot. Good deal. Whew. I was about ready to call that guy and say, what on earth are you talking about? I know how to handle my logs, thank you very much. I don't need your help. Okay, you guys. I'm going to take my vitamins, take a little trucker break, and continue on down the road. I've really enjoyed driving with you guys today. Nobody made too much of a Mikey, CC, you have to be careful with Gage. Oh, okay. I went to Kansas City once and it felt strange driving out of the sagebrush. Supposed to make the granny square with different colors. Oh, cool. Okay. All right. Well, you guys, I'm going to get off of here and probably play my 50 greatest hits from George Strait while I'm going down the road. And I'll catch you guys the next time I'm live. Okay? Okay, I love you guys. Bye.